Hello everybody, it is Michael Brownstein here with the Food and Wine Life channel, and I am here with the beautiful
Eva Clay.
And today we're going to cook Cajun Paella, which is basically my jambalaya recipe, except I'm going to cook it in a paella pan, use paella rice, add saffron to it, and eliminate all tomatoes. So let's get into it.
Can't wait.
So the first step that I do is I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, and I'm using some from Spain since it's a paella. And I'm actually going to put the rice in it and kind of brown the rice and try to get like a popcorn smell out of it. So I'm going to stir that up for a little bit. Kind of toast it up a little bit. I'm going to toast it up and I'll be right back. So now that the rice has toasted up a little bit, I'm going to actually push it to the side. And then I'm going to get my paella pan. So now that I got my paella pan, I'm actually going to put probably a couple to 2 to 3 tablespoons more of the olive oil in there. And then I'm going to start sauteing my chicken. Now that I got my paella pan, I added a couple tablespoons, 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And then I'm fixing to saute the chicken thighs that I seasoned with some Cajun seasoning. So we're going to brown that up a minute. So now that our chicken is brown, I'm going to put that on a plate, and then I'm going to start to cook the bell peppers and onions and celery, the Cajun Trinity. So I added another tablespoon of olive oil, and I'm fixing to put the peppers, onions, and celery in. We're going to start off with some red peppers and some green peppers and a little bit of orange peppers. And I'm going to stir that for a second. And then I'm going to put some onions, just white onions, about it was this one big onion, and then some celery, about 2 stalks, and that's it for right now. And I'll drop a little bit of my Cajun seasoning in it, and I'm going to saute that for a minute until they kind of caramelize a little. So I'm continuing to cook the onion and pepper mixture, and I added a touch of Cajun seasoning to taste. And then I'm going to put in some garlic, about 3 cloves. And I'm going to continue to brown it for a few minutes. So now that I've browned this up a little bit, I'm going to put about half a pound of smoked sausage in there that I cubed up. And I'm going to saute that in there till it browns. Smells pretty good. Now that these peppers and onions and sausage are starting to come together real nicely, I'm actually going to put the chicken back in that we sauteed earlier.
It smells so good.
Thank you.
Smells delicious already. Can't wait.
If I got the beautiful Miss Eva helping me. All right, we're going to let that simmer for a minute, and then we're going to come back and add the rice and chicken broth and saffron. All right, I've continued to stir this, and it's got a nice caramelization on it, and it smells really good.
Delicious.
So I'm fixing to pour the rice out of the cast iron in it that I sauteed earlier.
That smells beautiful and toasty.
So I've got that in there. And then I'm going to stir it around. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 cups of chicken bouillon that I have made up earlier, prepared earlier. And then we'll be back. So now that I've added the chicken stock, I'm going to add about 2 bay leaves to it. And then I'm going to put some Cajun seasoning on the taste. Start off with about that many.
Yeah, but it's a low salt Cajun seasoning.
Then I'm going to put the saffron in here. We put a pinch in about a half a cup of water and let it soak for a while. Oh, it was hot water. We're going to pour that in, and we're going to bring it to a boil and simmer it with no lid on for probably 15 minutes or so. While I'm letting it cook, I'm going to add a little salt and pepper to it. Stir it up a little bit. Just going to give it a little taste. See how it's coming along. You can use this a touch more salt. Sure looks pretty.
Oh, it looks beautiful. Can't wait to taste it.
So now that the water has cooked out of it pretty good, I'm going to add a pound of Gulf shrimp from Louisiana in it. And then I'm just going to add a little bit more Cajun seasoning to it. And then I'm going to cover it up with foil and cook it for about another 15 to 20 minutes. But I'm going to drop the heat down to low. Then let me get the foil and wrap it real quick. And I'm going to let it do its magic. We'll be back. Well, it's been about 15 minutes, and I'm fixing to take the foil off here. And I'm using some pot holders so I don't get burned. And we're going to see if the rice is tender at this point. It looks real pretty. Just give it a stir. I would actually say that it needs another 5 minutes of cooking. All right, so now I'm going to take the foil off. I put it on for another 5 minutes. Oh yes, looks a lot better now. Oh yeah, starting to get that brownness on the bottom. So I would say it's ready. And we're going to plate it up, and see how it tastes. So we're back, and the beautiful Miss Eva here plated it up, and we're going to give it a taste test.
All right, let's do it. Oh, this is delicious. Wow, the rice has great texture, no stickiness to it, like that crusty, burnt flavor on the bottom, like a paella would have. This is amazing, baby. And the seasoning married everything together. That's definitely a keeper for us.
And we paired it with one of our favorite wines.
Oh, yes, we did.
Liberty School Cabernet Sauvignon. It goes great with dishes like this or anything.
Definitely. I would highly recommend it. Cheers.
So, cheers. Till next time.
Na zdrowie.